Good evening, everyone. I so love this particular episode because you did it. You did it. We are going to spend time tonight to reflect, recharge, and rise and talk about rising. I I know that this year has been for some of you a very long year, a very trying year. But I'm here to encourage you really to reflect on the practices that you implemented this year. And I want to welcome you to this special video just for you. Okay. It is loaded full of ideas for new novice teachers. And to be honest with you, if you're a first year teacher or this is your 15th season, this is a reason to pause, to reset, to breathe, and to pour back into yourself. We walked through the highways. We've managed the chaos. You've sparked some joy and changed lives all of 2024-2025 school year. And as we continue on, I'm not looking to give you more to do, but to help you to reflect, to talk about some ideas of how you can recharge, and definitely for you to rise and take a bow. You are an amazing educator. You have done something that many people say, oh, wow, I don't know how you do that. It is something that's passionate to you, that you absolutely bring joy, but it's also very taxing. And so, what I say to everyone about reflection, even when we do our lesson plans, oftentimes people don't have time to reflect. But if you reflect, you have an opportunity to see how that you can do something better or do something over again. So, I'm going to start out with just that. Well, before I start running into all of our summer plans, let's take a moment to acknowledge today. Today is Memorial Day. It is a day in which we, as a country, um, are thankful for those who have fallen. Today is Memorial Day, and it teaches us about patriotism and the role of citizens as we remember the sacrifices that were made for us from those who have fought in various wars and battles all over the countries that we are present in. And as usual, I'm going to connect this day with a question. And it is, why is Memorial Day an important civic observance in the United States? A says to celebrate the signing of the Declaration of Independence. B, it honors the service of our living veterans. C, it commemorates those who died while serving in the U.S. military. Or D, it marks the official end of the Civil War. And if I had Jeopardy music, I would put that Jeopardy music on to give you a moment to find or decide on your answer because of our time here. And I'm hoping that immediately when I read it, you knew that it's C. We are commemorating those who have died while serving the U.S. military. And again, my history of Gibson men, thank you for your service. My dad is still alive, and he served in the military along with my uncle and my grandfather, who is going on to rest. Thank you for all of those who have served in our military. But again, our focus, Memorial Day today, is those who have fallen. Our agenda, my 3 R's, to reflect, to recharge, and to rise. We're really going to spend some time talking to you about how you can evaluate what fills your cup, ways for you to recharge. And again, as I said, please take your bow because we have to choose to gratitude, choosing to be grateful for the opportunities that we have been able to help others, to impart information to them, and choosing to understand that there are some things that we can improve on in the coming years. So you are not surviving anything anymore. You have about, most of these school districts that I have the pleasure of serving, you have about 4 more days. and you are really crafting your identity as an educator. And I'm grateful to be able to service you and help you. Again, my name is Tamara Gibson. I'm the owner of Teaching Innovative Solutions, where we pride ourselves in being able to teach, train, innovate, and provide solutions. And one of our major solutions that we have the privilege of serving you in is for associate and alternative certification educators to pass your state exam. I'll talk to you a little bit more toward the end about what we have going on here, but please stick around so that we can share some information with you this evening. First things up, I'm a journaler. And I know that there are therapeutic practices that are utilized in many professions. And one of them for me is to journal. So this reflection idea is really to walk you through 3 basic questions. I had 5, but I wanted to make sure that I got through in a timely fashion. And I'll put the other 2 in the show notes along with these. But what surprised you most about teaching this year? Was it how fast the time flew past? Was it the amount of things that were needed? Was it the overload? What is it, your students and their creativity and how much they have grown? What is that surprising thing for you most about teaching this year? I'll share with you. Of course, I'm not in the classroom anymore, but the years that I was, one of the most surprising things for me was the times in which I implemented one particular goal and I stuck with it, and I would see tremendous growth from our students. And it leads me into what was your proudest moment? I want you to really think about that. Take a moment to write it down, because that's the thing that will anchor you, that will help you as when the times get rough. It will help you to remove any doubts that you are making some great and significant approach to helping your students. One of the proudest moments that I had when I was teaching 2nd grade was the ability to get my kids to write their full name, first and last, and the date within a particular time frame. Might not seem like a lot to you, but it was one of my proudest moments. And I continue to carry on that tradition to help them so that they were able to get ready to scribe, to take notes, to understand, and to be able to place just simply your first and last name and your date and the date on the paper. Then my 3rd question, what will you release and what will you carry forward? What from this year was something that you noticed probably needs to go away, something that you can definitely let go of? It's not benefiting you or the students and not necessarily helping you to achieve a particular goal. And then what will you carry forward? What practices have made your life really helpful this year? What those practices that really gave you the oomph that you needed in order to continue on? Those are things that are meant to stay and to stick around. And so I invite you to take a moment, even if you decide to pause this video, to really reflect on these 3 questions. And again, look in the show notes for the additional 2 that I left off for reflection. And I'm going to get just a little bit louder for this one. It's the recharge for me. It's almost summer. And you deserve, let me get real close. You deserve to rest. You deserve to rest. You have worked very hard this year, and it is time now for you to fill your cup personally. And so as you look on my screen at the various pictures, maybe you're a hiker and you like the outdoors and you just haven't been able to be outdoor. You're a gardener, all of those different things that you haven't been able to do because of the time and commitment that you've given over to learning your profession and crafting it. And at some point in some of our videos, I'll talk to you about taking that time all throughout the year. But for right now, let's go back and recharge for the summer. Are you a painter? Do you love bowling? Is there some physical activity that you need to reconnect to? Oftentimes, we need to reconnect, not only with our bodies, but also with our mind, and definitely tap into our creativity. I've known that educators and teachers are some of the most creative individuals that I've ever met in my life. And I do think that sometimes our creativity, as we follow many of the scripts that we're giving, can be put over to the side. So, reconnecting with your body could be something like taking a walk. Maybe you are a stretcher or you like yoga. And my picture, of course, is hiking a trail. I'm a swimmer. I haven't had time all the years to swim. I think that reconnecting with those things give you back the breath that you need, helps you to fill your own cup. And then your mind. I told you I was a journaler. I also am an avid reader. And I know that I'm talking probably to many avid readers too, but you haven't had time to read a book. Let's get back to those kinds of things, whether you are into some sort of mindfulness activities or meditation of some kind. Reconnect back to your mind. And then my final one, what I have another one, but my final one for this one is creativity. Take that class, that art class, that painting class, that music class, just to bring you joy, that photo challenge, that short poem activity, whatever it is that makes you be you. Take that so that you can definitely recharge for the summer. And a few tips to help you to stay adamant on that. I'm always going to help you to be able to set goals for yourself and make certain that you are reaching that. Because we start off with great intentions, and I used to be that way. Start out with great intentions, and somewhere I get lost in the muddle of what was happening in my world. But truly, these tips will definitely help you. Make some non-negotiables. Set about one or two of them. If it's the journaling or the reading, or just simple couch therapy. If it's turn the television on and you're going to catch up on all your old shows, then do that. And do it without guilt. Okay, do it without guilt. Give yourself the pause, the time, the opportunity to just put those non-negotiables in, and then reconnect with your why or your purpose, because the school year really can crunch you. It really can. If you're dealing with many of the educators that I have the privilege of serving, you're dealing with urban schools, and you're dealing with lack of funding, and you're dealing with students not having what they need, and also maybe not having the type of support, family support that you really know that they need. So connect with your why. Go back. Pull up all of those beautiful paintings and pictures that they gave to you through the school year. Read those thank you notes. And then my final tip is to join a summer education community. I would love it if you would join our Facebook community. We provide lots of things for test prep, but we also provide just the conversations like I'm having with you today, helping you to know that you're not alone. So find yourself an online group, join a book club, or follow some inspiring educator on YouTube or TikTok or whatever it is that you really like. I used to be a Twitter fan. I'm more so of a LinkedIn. I find great joy in going on there and seeing many people's accomplishments and what they're working on. But you find your source and lean into it. And then my rise. And I'm going to raise up just a little bit so you can see my shirt. Declare freedom from the classroom. Say your goodbyes. Love on your kiddos. Love on your co-workers. And then go celebrate, man. Run out the doors ready to tackle your summer and to enjoy. I know many of you have already made some vacation plans, and I hope that you have a fabulous, fabulous time in whatever part of the world that you decide to go to. But definitely take a bow. You have done a great job. And allow yourself this time to recoup in energy, and spending time with family, friends, and loved ones, and going places that you haven't had time to go to. And like I said to you before, I'm probably going to make a video that talks about how to still remain you through the school year. But I know the pressures of being first year teacher, new and novice teacher, anywhere up until about, I think I got myself together around year 5. You kind of get the idea that you don't have to give everything up, but hoping that you learn that way faster than what it took me. And then you've shown up for the school, you've shown up for your kids, you've shown up. Now show up for you. So, in all of that said, I want to keep saying that you have not survived. It is now time to thrive. Thrive in the reflections that you've made. Thrive in knowing that you have given your absolute best over the school year. And if you haven't, let's make those goals to get where you need to go. The summer reflection, or this particular one, YouTube, is a little bit different than what I've done before, but it's all a piece of our test prep. I not only speak to you in terms of what you need to do in order to pass your test, but we really help to grow you in confidence in knowing that you are an absolutely superb educator. And there are pieces of the puzzle of pedagogy that you are missing. And that's why I entitled this series, It's the Pedagogy for Me. As we begin to fill in those pieces of the pedagogy, it will become even more clear that what you're doing in the classroom is connected to these various tests that you have to take. And it won't be so encompassing. So I would love it if you would join our mailing list and you would join our Facebook community. I'll leave all of that information in the show notes below. You can connect with us through our website. You can connect with us through our email. And when you head over to our website, you'll see our phone number as well. This summer, we have some lofty plans. We have a summer edition coming up for webinars to be able to help and support you to pass your state exam. We have a few survival guides per se, and some different things that we have already up on Teachers Pay Teachers, but there will be more that's coming. My goal always is to be able to make it so that you can work smarter and not harder. So thank you again for spending this time with me today. I look forward to next Monday. And next Monday's focus will more than likely be on reflective practices for you to choose for over the summer. Because I know that even me talking to you about choosing you, a part of you is being an educator. It doesn't define you, but it is a part of you and you wanting to perfect your craft. So again, have a wonderful evening and thank you again. Like, share, and subscribe. And we appreciate you for being here tonight. Bye, everyone.